I, Wolfgang, declare that remaining in a single key is a cardinal sin, compelling composers to journey through musical landscapes to inject vibrancy and emotional depth into their works. My dear students, we have covered the notes, the rhythms, and the harmonies, but now we must leave the comfortable confines of our musical home. Staying in one key is boring. It's like wearing the same waistcoat every day, utterly predictable, dreadfully dull. We must travel. We must modulate. It adds spice, color, and most importantly, emotional complexity.
Why Stay Home Introduction.
Imagine if every play you saw only had one actor, or every meal had only one ingredient. Mon Dieu, music craves variety. It begs for new sounds, new emotions, new destinations. A composer who never leaves their tonic key is like a traveler who never leaves their own village. They simply don't know what they're missing. I myself was a great traveler, and my music travels even further. So let's start our journey from phrases and periods. Before we gallivant across the harmonic landscape, let's understand how we form musical sentences. Music, after all, is a language. A phrase is a single musical thought. It's like a short, witty remark. It asks a question or makes a statement, but it leaves you wanting more. This is an example taken from my Piano Sonata No. 12. A period is two phrases that complete each other, an antecedent and a consequent. It's like a proper sentence, a question and then its answer. It must be elegant, balanced, and witty, like my letters to my cousin. A well-formed period provides a sense of musical satisfaction.
Modulation dominant and relative.
Now, for our grand tours, how do we travel from one key to another without causing a harmonic train wreck? The easiest trip is to the dominant, the fifth chords key. It's just a short cab ride, a quick hop. If you're in C major, a trip to G major is always a delightful excursion. It adds brightness, tension, and a hint of new adventure before you eventually return home. But for true drama, for sudden sadness or profound introspection, we visit the relative minor. This is the dramatic secret twin of the major key. If C major is a sunny afternoon, a minor is its brooding, poetic sibling. It's perfect for sudden shifts in mood, for a moment of doubt, or for revealing a hidden melancholy. It instantly adds depth and intrigue.
The importance of ornamentation.
And what is a journey without a little sparkle? Ornamentation. These are the musical jewels, the trills, the turns, the appoggiaturas. You don't wear a plain shirt to the opera, do you? No. You add ruffles, lace, and a powdered wig. Ornamentation is the same for music. It adds flavor, it adds flair, and it allows the performer to show off their dazzling skill and improvisational genius. A well-placed trill can take a simple melody and make it sing with joy or weep with sorrow. Never underestimate the power of a perfectly executed flourish. And we arrived again to the assignment and conclusion. Now, for your creative task, I want you to try to write a musical sentence, a period, that starts in C major and ends decisively, confidently, in G major. Make it witty, make it beautiful, and make it clear you have traveled. Understand these journeys, and your music will cease to be merely notes on a page. It will become a grand narrative, a journey of emotion for your audience. Until next time, keep modulating, keep ornamenting, and keep writing. But before to leave, do not forget to subscribe, leave a like and comment below. And if you want to support the channel, you can even become a member of the channel. In description, you can find the link to buy the book on my Requiem and its mysterious completion.